Welcome back to our next episode of the Immersion series. In this episode, we'll be looking at inspiration. So we've addressed clarity and feeling. Now it's the inspiration behind our intention. And I'd love to bring in the flavor of the Hindu Holy Trinity with this practice, in that anything that we set our intention to will have this beautiful period of time, which is birth, right? It's the beginning of something, which actually is the A in Om, and it represents Brahma, the Lord of creation. And then anything that we begin, it's naturally, it's going to have to evolve, and it's going to shapeshift, or have a time of maintenance is another way of looking at it. So that is the O in Om, and that's Lord Vishnu. And then if we have the recognition that everything that we create eventually completes, dissolves, ends, or even the word dies, the Lord Shiva, there can be a real easefulness within the cycle of creation. And so wherever you're at, if it's the beginning of something new, or you're really in the pressure of being dedicated to a particular project, or maybe you've just ended a relationship, you know, we can start to connect with these cycles of life, and then we feel inspired and we feel like we belong no matter what. So we're going to take a moment to dial in to the sound of Om, which is really so auspicious and so powerful. So palms come together, Anjali Mudra, which is our seal. The seal comes to your heart space. To close your eyes down. Recognize where you're at within your own cycle of creation. And know that it's okay to ask for some inspiration. And we can bring it through simply our vibration. So 3 times, loud and proud, we'll sing the sound of A, O, M. Deep inhale. So welcome, and we're going to go on a bit of a journey as what's called a mandala flow. So join me on your hands and your knees. And just to get into the rhythm of breath with movement, once cow-cat. So inhale, lifting up your chin and your tailbone. And then exhale, drawing your belly in and really rounding up through your spine. We'll return to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. As you inhale, splice your right leg up high. Really lift to the ball of your left foot so you can get more height. And then tiger curl as you exhale. So it might be knee to navel, and over time, knee to forehead. Extend out again, one-legged dog. And then curl to low lunge and ask yourself, can I step my heel first and then land my toes second? Yeah, and once you're in your low lunge, we're going to pulse 3 times. So rounding in, forehead to knee. And lunge as you exhale. 2 more, just move with your breath. So personally, if I ever miss a yoga class or I don't have time, this is a movement pattern I like to do every single day. It's so effective. Lower your back knee down to the floor from here and reach your 2 arms up to the sky. So this is called a half lunge, Ardha Anjaneyasana. Push deeply into your front foot. Curl your tailbone down. Yeah. Lift your heart up. And then just start to play with leaning back. So we're opening a little bit more space for the inspiration to come in. Take a full breath. And then as you exhale, circle your arms down to the floor. Yeah, we're going to do something different. It's called Skandasana. So you tuck your back toes under. Use your hands to track across your yoga mat. Your left toes will turn out on a 45-degree angle. Bend your left knee deeply and flare, lift your right toes up to the sky. Yeah, so you can use your left arm and actually press it to the inside of your left leg. This is going to make a little bit more space in the groins. And then as you notice your right leg that's stretching, I'd suggest micro-bend your knee a little bit. Really pull up through the quad muscle so your knee is safe and your groins start singing loudly. Have a last exhale. Good, and then we're going to Skandasana second side, so it's nice and balanced. You can run through those alignment points. I hope you feel like a chili pepper in your inner legs. And then we're going to use this style of Skandasana movement to pivot to the back of your yoga mat. Lower your back knee down to the floor and reach your two arms to the sky. So to add a little poetry into your practice, we can consider the back of mat like gazing at history. So you know you're clear where you've come from. Pull your heart up high and start to lean back. Right? As we see our history more clearly, it's so beautiful to get liberated from storytelling. So one more full breath in. And then as you exhale, place your hands back down to the floor. You're going to tuck your back toes under and go to one-legged downward facing dog. So left leg lifts up. If you've got it in you today, come forward to one-legged high plank. This is a little bit more challenging. And then one-legged chaturanga. You bend your elbows. Right? You're going to pause, put 2 feet down to lift up your chest, cobra or upward dog. And then from the pit of your belly, roll back over your toes, downward dog. Adjust your feet, lengthen your tailbone, and just soften your head. Good. From here, inhale, splice your left leg up high to the sky. Good. We'll tiger curl once. You can have that experience of core supporting the movement of your body. And then one-legged dog. And then to a lunge that's low. So it's a conscious movement. It doesn't have to be perfect. Conscious. There's a difference. And then inhale to curl in. And exhale to lunge. Really pull your chin away from your pubic bone so there's more space. 2 more. Yeah, maybe you're a little bit run down like my friend Dwayne, tucking your chin right into your throat. So good for your immune system, your white blood cell production. And then back knee down to the floor. Reach your 2 arms to the sky. Take a big full breath in. Cycle your hands back down to the earth. We're going to tuck your back toes under. And Skandasana around to the front of your yoga mat. So let's see if we can move a little bit more quickly, still with awareness. Pivot, Skandasana, back of the mat. Use this shape, pivot, front of the mat. Low lunge, that's all good. You're still willing at life. Reach your arms to the sky. Lift your heart up. Start to back bend in a way that's pain-free. Cycle your hands back to the floor. Tuck your toes, and it's one-legged downward facing dog. You come forward, one-legged high plank. Now if this is too much, just put your foot down. Put your knees down and lower. There's always an option to meet you where you're at. Lift your chest, cobra. And then softer, you can push through bent knees if that feels better today. Downward facing dog. So let's again just welcome a big full breath in here. And a long, soothing, settling, like, Yeah, you always want to keep an action of your hands on the floor to support you. Reach your right leg up to the sky, deep inhale. Curl through to low lunge again as you exhale. So that means step your right foot to your right hand. You got it. Head to the knee just once as you inhale. Yes. Lunge as you exhale. Now a little stronger is crescent lunge. So from here, inhale, reach your 2 arms up to the sky. Crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Yeah. Very similar to the low lunge. This is beautiful, Greta. What you're looking for is the back knee joint can actually soften. And what that lets you do is pull these frontal hip bones upwards and really lengthen the tailbone downwards. One more full breath in. And then warrior 2, right arm forward, left arm back. So we're facing the side. Warrior 2. Be sure that your back heel is anchored down on the floor. Catch your breath. Reverse your warrior as you inhale. And then side angle as you exhale. So elbow to thigh is always the beginning modification. Top arm to the sky. As this episode today is getting a little bit more into our groins, you can call it hippie flow. You can slide your elbow down the inside of your leg, straighten out your arm. Don't even worry about touching the floor, but you're using your arm bone to open more into your thigh world. We'll give it a last breath of arm over your head. And then as you exhale, think of a dance. We're going to skandasana to the back of your mat. If you're getting more confident, you'll add your arms extending. Pivot through center. Skandasana to the front. And then pivot staying low, back knee down to the floor. Become like an ocean wave. Big breath, heart lifting, head lifting, maybe arms going back. And then you extend your arms back down to the floor. One-legged downward dog, so I'm going to go full strength now. Come forward, one-legged high plank with a conscious descent. You always want to root your 2 feet before you compress your back. And then downward facing dog. We'll rest here for you to join me. A deep inhale. Yeah, make sure there's no ants on your yoga mat as you exhale. And then we'll lift your left leg up to the sky. Good, curl through to lunge position. Head to the knee because it feels so good. Find your lunge. And then slowly from the earth, reach your arms to the sky. If you feel quite shaky, just move your left foot more to the left-hand side of your mat, right? That's it. You can always soften your back knee, scoop your tailbone down, right? Draw your ribs in as you lengthen. One more deep breath. And then warrior 2, just calm, right? Consciously place your back heel down. Stretch one arm forward, one arm back. I would turn the back toes forward, that's it. Reverse your warrior. And then side angle, starting sweet, so it's like an invitation. And then you're like, oh, I really like this appetizer. I want to stay for main course. So you slide the elbow down and extend your arms. And it's like, you know what, I really love food, so now I want dessert. And the top arm goes overhead and it's like, oh, they make vegan turmeric ice cream here. It's anti-inflammatory. Where? Take a last breath in. Okay, you look to the floor, think of brushing the earth. Skandasana, And then we go to the back. And then we pivot to the front, which is real time. Back knee down, lift up your heart, lift up your arms. So my body shape is a natural back bender, means I can go a little bit further. You come up with awareness. If you see my body, you're pulling the rib cage in, so there's support. Hands come down. One-legged downward dog. Come forward. Right at this point, remember you can put your foot down if it's too much. You can also drop your knees and lower. If your lower back ever hurts you, come back to cobra. Push through bent knees, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good, we can keep going? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Reach your right leg up to the sky. Curl through to low lunge. So we're going to take out the pulse, and from here, reach your arms up. Crescent, Anjaneyasana. Into warrior 2, Vira Vajrasana Dwe. Exalted warrior as you breathe in. And now deeper side angle again. So as you exhale, maybe the fingertips touch the floor. And if not, you've got 2 other options, to modify your practice. Top arm extends over your head. Now this is taking things further and it's up to you. But as your bottom, your right ribs turn to the ceiling, you start to lift your chin. And your drishti, which means your vision, lifts all the way to your middle finger. And you hold steady. Big breath. And then your eyes stay with your hand as you look to the floor and you pivot again, Skandasana. So arms up or arms down is your call. Move through center. Good. Then we're going to start adding on even more. So as you pivot, anchor your back knee down. Lunar lunge. Reach your arms up. And this time we're going to interlace your 10 fingers. Cup the back of your skull. Hug your elbows in, and actually plug your shoulders down so we get a higher lift with your heart. From here, scoop your tailbone down. Lift your chest up to the sky. Actually press your skull in your hands so you're back bending, but with your core muscles on. And I hope you can see that my belly is moving which means I'm still breathing. And then from here, as you come back up, you can extend your arms to the sky. It's called Kali Mudra. The fingers interlace, release the index, point the mudra to the front wall, and you're going to round your back and pull the belly in. So Kali represents the goddess that chops the head off of ego. And then hands can come down to the floor. One-legged downward facing dog. Come forward, one-legged high plank. Right? Chaturanga or any other variations. Base to rise. Okay. Lift more, Dwayne, with your hips. There you go. And then downward facing dog. Let's have a full breath in. Good. A long breath out to get settled. You get a reward because you did really good in that upward dog. Yes, you're welcome. Reach your left leg up to the sky. Curl through to low lunge position. So step your foot as far forward as you can. Good. Straight crescent lunge. Arms up to the sky. Whew, I'm out of breath. Full strength, you guys. Back knee off the floor. Crescent lunge. Yes, facing the back wall. History. Take a deep breath in. And then warrior two as you breathe out. Yeah. Be sure your foot is on your yoga mat. Again, security. And then we'll reverse. Come into side angle to the deepest degree that's possible today. So maybe hand on the floor. Gonna do the pant check. And then top arm extending over your head. Taking the revolution deeper. And then holding steady. I can feel something right now in my back leg, and that's what I'm jamming my bones back. So you actually want to soften your back knee joint, lift the quad, and really activate your buttocks. Now from here, we brush the earth and we take this dance of Skandasana flow. Towards the front. Back knee down. Two arms up. You want to interlace your fingers, cup the back of your skull. Good, hug the elbows in. So I like to think of it as a tailbone loop. Tailbone down, pubic bone up. And then shoulders down and heart up. And once you've created these loops, you lift your head and you start to lean back. Good, stay with it. We'll give it one more breath. Okay, as you come on up as a gift, absorb the ribs, extend your mudra to the sky, and then point your Kali Mudra to the front. Yes, clearing out any obstacles, hollow out your belly. And then palms come down to the floor. Good, this is it, last one. One-legged downward dog. Come forward to lower. You know, not that yoga should ever be about body shapes, but I remember a time I wouldn't even wear a tank top, let alone a sports bra. I was 8 dress sizes bigger, and it was a very different experience in life. So relax your head. Enjoy the body that you have now. It changes every moment of every day. Open up your mouth. Good. Now as you look ahead of your hands, you can step, walk, or jump. Top of the mat. Good. Halfway lift whenever you arrive. Bow fold over your legs. Sweep all the way up, standing mountain. Settle palms, prayer at heart space. And with your feet as they are, take a moment, close your eyes, and actually just feel that, your heart beating inside of your chest. Okay, and then from here we'll reset. So you can open your eyes up. We're gonna have your feet about a hip width apart. Yeah, if you bring your hands on your hips, it's just a great teacher. So hands on your hips. Yeah, modified airplane. And lean into your right foot, tap your left toes back behind you, and then hinge at your hip to bring the body down and lift your leg up. So when you're modified, there's a little bit less pressure, and it's up to you to square through your hips, which means a longer right hamstring, and internally rotate through your back leg. If you feel good, add the equation of your arms. Yes. Right, you want to work a little up dog in your spine and your chest. Good, we got it. Empty out all of your breath. Stork pose. Inhale, come up. Hug your left knee upwards as you reach your 2 arms up to the sky. Right, we want to connect to bandha, which means chest forward. Lift your pelvic floor. You've got muscular support. And then from here, dancers. So your left foot's going to go behind you. You lower your left hand down. You got it. Catch your inner ankle. Perfect. Squeeze your knees together, all the way together. Good. Curl the tailbone down. Right arm still up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. And then feel more the kick. The more you kick, we get a bigger back bend, and gradually you'll start to lower your torso down. So it's commonly called dancers, but it's actually a standing bow pulling pose. It's a modified variation. Yeah. And you're keeping your arm up to the third eye point, so this actually stretches your heart, as you can hear in my talking right now. We'll have a last breath out. Oh, you're lucky. Yeah, just grab ropes if you've got ropes. Well done. And then slowly come on up. 2 feet down to the floor. I would call that the maintenance in your creation. That's holding on and not giving up. 2 arms come up. Interlace your 10 fingers. Release your index fingers. Take a big breath, stretch up, and then laterally move to the left. Specifically the left. Yes. Why we're doing this is we just compressed not only your right spine, but your right kidneys and adrenals. And now we get to open them up and stretch them, which actually helps your body release fear. So come back up to center, really stretch up as long as you can, big breath, and then settle palms to prayer at your heart. And there's always a little bit of a reward, right? In yoga, we call it the sweetness. And then we go to the second side. So hands on hips, tap your left toes back behind you. Excellent. Other left toes. And then hinge at the hip line. So if you actually take a look at my body, that's really common, the hip rolling up, and you're just asking to square it in, even if you don't come so far, right? Long hamstrings, you go deeper, add your arms. See how my thumbs turn up? The arm bones lift, and the shoulders squeeze. Yeah. And so it's great, right? Like some of us are visual learners rather than audio. And how wonderful that we've got these online yoga videos to help with the visual. So slowly stork pose, come on up. You're gonna hug your left knee upwards to your chest. Reach your arms up to the sky and do you feel powerful? And then extend your left leg behind you, reach down, catch your foot from the inner ankle. I just saw Dwayne's wrist twist. I'm gonna back up. So you're gonna turn your palm out to the side, thumb facing the back wall, and then reach for your inner ankle. This is lovely if you've got big muscles. This is a good pose for you. And then knee squeeze, tailbone scoops down, full breath. And play with it, start to kick. Yeah. The reason why we modified airplane is that you can focus on what it is to square through your hips. Oh yeah, you go for it. You just grab that pole. 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. 2 arms to the sky. Here's dessert time. Everything relates to food in my life. And then a lateral stretch towards the pool. Towards the pool. Yeah, you'll notice if you look up, it actually deepens the experience in your lateral body. Yeah, you can, if you need to. And then we'll come back up through center. Settle palms to prayer at your heart. Have a sweet, sweet moment to close your eyes. And actually feel the space that you've created through breath, through stretching, through awareness. So here's our last few moments to help cool your body down now. As you reach your arms to the sky, we're going to switch it up and extend your hands to your lower back. So I'm going to add in a standing back bend. Hands on your lower back. Bend your knees, lengthen your tailbone, lift your heart, and start to curl up over and back. Yes. And then come on up slowly. You really want to slow down. Bend your knees a lot. Activate your tummy. Slide your hands down the backs of your legs. If you can catch a hold of your calves, please do. And then this is so important. Halfway lift. Action your navel to your spine again. And then bow forward and press so you can really lengthen, right? That compressing that just happened in your back body from the standing bow pulling pose. One more breath. Okay, and then let your hands come down to the floor. Lift your chest up to the halfway lift. Final vinyasa. You can step your feet back, top of a push-up. Okay, if you're feeling a little tired now, you can lower all the way to the floor, no problem. Lift your chest, cobra. And you can always push back through bent knees, downward facing dog pose. Now personally, when I've done a few back bends, I love a shorter down dog. So if you want to join me, step your feet in a bit closer and then take them out wider. I hope this is not offensive, but I always think of a pug dog that lives in the city that doesn't get walked very much. So it's kind of short, it's a little bit robust. You want to anchor your left palm to the floor, take your right hand to your outer left shin, and then work a little twist, hello, to release the back bend. These are those moments where you realize the humidity in Bali really doesn't work with your underarms, but you have to surrender and accept the moment that you're in. And then we'll return your right hand onto the mat firm. Left hand, outer right shin. Just work a little twist. Does that feel good? Yeah. Good. And then as your hand returns to the floor, you're going to bend your knees, pop them to the floor. Swing your feet up to one side. Come sit down on your bum. And we've got just enough time to stretch out your bum tikis. So, legs are bent, feet are on the earth. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Yeah. I'd say this is one of the more accessible hip openers, and I actually chose it watching beautiful Dwayne's body. So if there's more space, you slide your hips up to the heel. You turn your fingers to the back wall. Maybe you walk your hands in closer. And then proud chest. You're going to push your chest up. Do you both feel it? Yeah. If you'd like to zoom in on Dwayne's face right now, that's a yeah, okay.
I got this right.
You do, and you want to be sure that you're breathing. That's what maintains the yoga practice. So great question. I'm glad Dwayne asked, because you notice how his foot's relaxed? Your knee joint is a hinging joint, which actually means it needs support when your thigh is in external rotation. So flex your foot. Imagine like you're pushing your right femur bone away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And relax your face. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now walk your hands in a little closer to your hips. And proud heart. Lift your head. There we go. Remember your foot. Aha. Breathe. He's breathing. Okay. Last few breaths. This is beautiful. Prouder chest. Oh, yeah. And usually 2 minutes to get the muscles to actually let go, relax, and open. All right. From here, we'll take it into a twist. So you lower your left knee down, bring your right foot on the floor. Yeah. I'm going to use Dwayne as an example. If there's a little bit of tightness in the body, Dwayne, you straighten out your left leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, and cross your right ankle over the left knee. That's it. So right hand behind you, everyone. Left arm up to the sky. Right arm behind, you're going to bring out my drill sergeant. Right arm behind you, left arm up to the sky. Take a big breath in. And then twist, elbow to your outer thigh. Good, lift through your heart, and then start to rotate through your spinal column. Yes, these look great. And so as an instructor, what I'm looking for is that both sitting bones are fairly level. Yes, good one. Even on the floor. So from that neutral pelvis, she lifts through her spine, and then rotates deeper through the torso. This is great. You're doing good. Let's have a last exhalation here. And then please take your time coming out of a twist. Just turn your head forward. Slowly swap your arms over. Swap your arms over. Turn your chest to the left. And then we'll balance you out with the second side with the left. So right foot down, left ankle crossing over the right thigh. Flex your foot. Flex your left foot. We've got this one first. Heels the hands in. Lift through your heart. Yeah. And I'd actually like to offer you guys a little bit of space now. So just close your eyes and actually allow yourself to feel what's happening into the left glute. I found so much through asanas, but even more so through a meditation practice. There's this allowance to let yourself feel. And when you do, this resistance dissolves around emotions that might feel uncomfortable. And I know in my past, when I got uncomfortable, I'd actually go to wine. That was my first go-to, just to help ground as quickly as I could. And through yoga and meditation, there's a real allowance to feel. So if anything comes up for you during this immersion, please just close your eyes, take a deep breath, let it come up. And then when things come up, they naturally filter out of your body, which poetically is a twist. So let's bring the right knee down and anchor the left foot on the floor. Good, Dwayne's in a modified variation. So right knee down. Right. Yes, down. Left ankle over right knee. Left hand behind you. Yes, right arm up. Okay.
Help me.
Okay, so the left hand, this is the left one, goes behind you. I got you, babe. Hand on the floor. Right arm up. When in doubt, just smile. Cross the elbow past your thigh. Lift through your chest. Begin to rotate through your spine. Enjoy a few deep breaths. Little things, more space in the chest. And when you feel satisfied, feel like you're balanced right to left, then you just gently make your way out. You might have a little counter twist. And one of my favorite ways to end a practice and just neutralize your spine is this modified butterfly, is what it's called. So the feet are there, then you can simply come into a fold and just let your back lengthen out from that twist. Yeah, let your head rest down. And you can stay here as long as you like. You can even set a timer for 5 minutes. I would highly suggest lying down and enjoying a Shavasana as well. Make that time for yourself. And thank you for joining us for this immersion, and we'll see you next time.